Hey guys, it is Tanya and welcome back to the channel and welcome to another speed build. Today we are building an Asian inspired tiny house because yesterday was the beginning of the Lunar New Year. So it is officially the year of the pig now. We got a big update yesterday to base game that added a bunch of items to celebrate the Lunar New Year. So I'm a day late, but I wanted to go ahead and build a tiny house because I wanted to do something with the items, and I got a suggestion over on Twitter to do an Asian inspired tiny house, which I thought would be really fun and just kind of use a lot of the items that we got as well as some items in game I don't use as often, and I really like how it came out. It's really simple, but that's kind of how tiny houses are anyway. And the thing I liked about doing this one is I actually have an exterior staircase, which is really cool. And right now we're not using any of the new items because I started building this before the items came out, but after we found out what they were. So we're just figuring out an exterior shape right now. And I really enjoyed using these roof tiles that are like this. They're base game. They're like a purpley blue color. I thought they looked pretty nice. And I used some bamboo on this lot. I believe we get a cherry blossom tree. And then I have one of those trees from Cats and Dogs in one of the more reddish swatches. For some reason, I really wanted it to not actually be autumn in game, but like have a little touch of autumn. So I wanted to use this swatch on that Cats and Dogs birch tree, I believe is the type of tree it is. So hopefully you guys do like that. But we're just figuring out this side porch here. We end up having 3 entrances to the house. There's one on the main floor, one on the top floor, and then I guess there's 2 on the main floor, but one goes out the back to a large deck space, which I assumed would be, an entertaining space. This house can comfortably fit 2 Sims, like a couple. So it's a tiny house, but it's bigger than some of the ones I've done for sure. And there's a lot of entertaining space outside. So I think this would be a nice place for a couple to live and then have some parties, maybe celebrate the new year. And I just really had fun with this because it's so different than anything I typically build. But I think part of that is like having limitations to what we've had in the game and also not knowing a ton about the style. I did a little bit of Google searching and Pinterest searching to get a general idea of what shape I would want. And I, for some reason, fell in love with the idea of using this paneling on the exterior that I think is like stage paneling from Get Famous. And I really like how it looked. I brought it to the inside for parts of it, but it's not something I don't think I've ever used yet. I also feel like this would look really nice. I know, very different type of house, but I think this paneling could work really well for some of my trailer homes if I do more of those. It's just a texture or like a wall paneling I haven't really used much yet, but I have a feeling I'm going to use more of because I can think of so many uses for it and I really like it. So there'll probably be some more builds later this month that include that. But we're just figuring out doors here. I end up actually swapping those out at some point. I can't remember if that's on camera or not, to use these sliding doors that we got with the Caribbean update because they felt a little bit more like the style I was going for. And I don't use them very often. So that was kind of the whole thing with this build, is trying to figure out what to use. I also put these lanterns from City Living. I was thinking this blue color because it was really pretty, but I did change them to red in the end once I did install the update because we got a bunch of new items with that, one of which is a new lantern, but it only comes in red. And so I really wanted to use it. And I wanted the exterior lanterns. Well, I mean, they're all exterior. You only use them on the outside, but I wanted them to all match. So we end up having just a bunch of red lanterns outside, and I think it looks pretty nice in the end. I also left in the floor plan, but it's super simple. All I did was cut out an area for a bathroom upstairs, and that's the entire floor plan. Everything else is open concept, so upstairs is a bathroom and a bedroom, and downstairs is the kitchen, dining, living space, all combined in one. But here we are just figuring out the trees, and we're going to swap out this tree back here for a cherry blossom because I don't use these trees very often, and I just really wanted to add a little bit of color. And so that was really nice. But here you saw me just adding that new lantern and changing the color of the existing lanterns to red. And then I wanted to add these little pigs on the roof because they're so cute. And as soon as I saw them, I thought of them as roof decorations, even though they're statues. But did I just miss me changing the color of them to a more stone color because I know I did that. But anyway, we are inside now, and as you can see, I brought that paneling onto the inside as well, and we're doing the little kitchen area against this wall, which I really enjoyed. I used these countertops from Jungle Adventure, which are some of my favorites in the game, and I thought they looked pretty nice for what I was going for. I also really wanted to add some shelving in this kitchen, so I kind of used the shorter shelves or the shorter cabinets on this side and filled in the rest of the space with the shelving units, and I filled that with a whole bunch of clutter, a mixture of things we got with the update as well as some other items. So this little statue on the top, as well as that basket of I want to call them oranges, but I'm pretty sure they're not oranges because I saw the description of them and I don't think they were oranges, but they look really cute up there. I also ended up adding this little basket or this little glass jar of more of an orange fruit, and I thought it looked really nice. And I thought about adding those knives there, but I think I got rid of them in the end. And we do end up adding a cutting board somewhere on this wall, and it took me forever to find it. I don't know why, but some items I just can't find. I also added those little wood slats on the side there. They were actually the wrong size. I go back a little bit later and change them to the correct size. And then these are some of the decals we got with the update. I thought it would look really cute to put this one over here with like hanging off of the thermostat. We do end up changing that wall to a reddish tone a little bit later, so it gets a little bit more difficult to see, but I still think it looks pretty cute. I enjoyed getting those decals. They're adorable. But this is the dining table. We do switch out the colors on it and the chairs. And we do get to use the large new 6-seater dining table that we got with this update, but I do go ahead and put that on the back porch for more of an entertainment area. I also was really excited to use this koi fish painting from City Living because it's not something I use too often, but I felt like it fit really well with the color palette that was going on in here. And a couple of one of those trees with those fruits on it in the corner, which I thought was really cute. I have the version outside that has the little envelopes on it, and then a version inside without envelopes, and I believe we have another one upstairs as well, if I'm remembering correctly. I kind of put them everywhere. I was just really excited to have some new items in the game. That's always really fun to explore with, so I made sure to add a lot of the items. And we go through so many different rugs. I could not decide for the life of me which rugs I wanted to use, but I believe we went with one from City Living in like this one right here, which I think this is like cherry blossoms or something like that. I ended up bringing that downstairs and using a different rug upstairs. And we just kind of fiddle around with everything for a while, but I kept the whole process in for the most part so you guys could see how I fiddle around so much, and I'm like, I don't know what I want to do, because it's definitely a process. Sometimes things come together way easier than others, but this time it took me a while because it's just a style I'm not very used to building in, but I think that's just so much fun to do. Anyway, we end up putting the shoes rack by the door so you can take off your shoes, hang up your coat when you come in, and then we have a little TV section over in this corner using this little dresser from Jungle Adventure. We also add a little plant over to the side, and I believe we add a couple of wall decorations over there as well. But first we're grabbing the rug from upstairs because I decided I wanted to have that down here. Got rid of the rug from under the table and chairs, and now we're swapping out those chairs for these ones from Get Famous, which I think worked a lot better with the color scheme I had on the inside of this build. But we're just going to add some wall decorations over here like I had mentioned. And I tried to use this sculpture roll wall piece that we got with Get Famous, but I didn't think it worked in the end. So I just got rid of it and put some shelves up there with more paintings that I don't use as often that I thought looked really cute. So we'll be doing that shortly. Just figuring out the shelves, and I went to go put a corkboard there because it's just like my automatic idea when I'm like, office space, let's add a corkboard. But I was really trying to make this place a little bit different. I also included everything you would need for a cat, and I sized down a little piggy up there. He looks so cute. But there are food bowls, a kitty litter box, and a scratching post in this house, so it's definitely suitable for a cat. I imagine it's an orange striped cat like the one that's on the shelf here. I thought that would be kind of a cute idea. But I really like when I can fit everything you need for an animal in a tiny house. I feel like it's easier to fit the stuff for a dog because you don't need a kitty litter box, but it makes more sense to have a cat than a dog because there's not a lot of space, if that makes sense. But I was happy to go ahead and include all the cat stuff. But I really like how this desk area came out because it's using some items and some swatches of items that I don't typically use, mixed with a bunch of things I do regularly use, and I just think it came out so cute. I also really enjoyed using those curtains from City Living downstairs. We used them in a blue swatch up here, but first I'm trying to make the red work. I was like red throughout, even though the exterior has like a blue roof. But it has the red accents, so I figured it worked out well to have the red downstairs, the blue upstairs. It brings in both exterior colors, and I think it looked pretty nice in the end. But please let me know what you guys think of this build in the comments down below. And yeah, we're just adding more decorations. I really enjoyed this build. It's so cute in my opinion. It's so different. I want to do some more different builds, but I mean, there's a decent amount of builds coming. I am just about done pre-recording, and yeah, because I'm sure I've mentioned this 800 times lately. I'm not sure which videos I mentioned it in yet, but I'm moving next week, so pre-recording has been my life, and packing, more so packing. So there's a lot of builds coming up, including a base game build later this week. I've gotten a couple of comments recently asking me if I can do some builds without any packs, and I have one coming later this week, so I'm excited to share that one with you guys. But this is the bedroom. I'm using this bed from City Living with this really cute pattern on it and the matching curtains. A swatch of the rug that came with that pack that I almost never use. I don't think I've actually ever used it, but I really like it. I like how blue and navy blue this room is. That's one of my favorite colors to use in interior design for some reason. I don't know why I love it so much, but I do. So I was really excited to be able to do that in this room, and I think it came out pretty cute. And obviously you can see there's enough space for 2 Sims. I think this is a very comfortable sized tiny home, and I feel like it stretches the idea of tiny home a little bit, but I have some other tiny homes I've built recently that stretch it even more, and I have some that are like, whoa, how can a person even fit in that house? So, you know, it's really fun to kind of explore more of the idea of what tiny living really is in The Sims, and I've been really enjoying that. Of course, I have a mixture of other builds that I've been doing as well, because I can't stop building, and I don't know how I'm going to for the next couple of weeks while I'm moving, but it's going to be a real struggle. So there's going to be videos going up on the channel the entire time, but then when I like get back, which it won't even seem like I was gone because there's videos going up, I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, I need to build, and I'm not gonna be able to stop. So I'm excited about that. I'm very excited about that. But we're on the exterior now, and we're adding this 6-seater table. I don't know why that was so difficult to say. 6-seater table out here that we got with the update. I think it's really cute, and we end up just adding a couple of decorations on it, including like a little candle. I believe the picture from Backyard Stuff that has like lemonade and stuff in it, and this sized down little tree that we just got with this update. I really liked it. So I was excited to go ahead and add another one of those because we can't have enough of them. I think this is the 4th one on the property. That's not excessive at all, right? But I enjoyed adding it, and I thought it looked cute. But anyway, we're just adding a couple more accessories here, and then we will be coming to the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy this build and that you're enjoying this new update for the game. If you haven't gotten it yet, you can go ahead and download it for free on Origin. It's just an update to the base game. I love when they add free content. It's so amazing. But thank you guys so very much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and if you click that little bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video. And if you'd like to download this build, it'll be available on the Sims 4 gallery if you search Griffy or the hashtag MsGryphi. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye everybody.